travel the world, we see the mighty move of God in other parts of the world, and our hearts yearn for our own country. But we see just the opposite almost here. It's open hostility. I mean, just a few days ago, horrible lies in the newspaper again about TBN and the work that Jan and I are doing. Lawsuits being filed and things that we had no control over, no involvement in whatsoever, but the newspaper will paint you as the guilty culprit, and it's just lies out of the... There is such a hostility toward, especially those of us in Christian television.
The problem that I see, Paul, is not that the world... I think the church can stand the onslaught of the demonic world attacking it. I think the gospel ship has withheld the deadening blows of the God-haters forever. Our problem today is because America sits in front of the wrong kind of television for 8 hours a day, and when Dan Rather or one of the other news broadcasters comes on, they believe every word they say as gospel truth. Then the church turns upon itself. We can stand, listen, Paul Crouch and the Trinity Broadcasting Network and Dr. Lester Sumrall and the End Time Joseph Feed the Hungry program and Rod Parsley and World Harvest Church and Breakthrough. We can tolerate what the world does, but it's when we turn upon ourselves that we devour ourselves. It is time to circle the wagons around one another and point our finger in the face of the world and say what goes on inside this family is just that. It is family business, and stop believing the lie of the secular world against the church. We must do it.
Good word.
And I want to say that revival, if we're looking for revival, revival is not when the porn shops get shut down. We've seen 10 shut down in Columbus this year alone. We were sued for $11,600,000 by one of them. Really? In a class action against every member whose name appears on our church roll for $11,600,000.
Your whole congregation was sued?
Every person on the roll.
They sued every one of them.
Every one of us. Our people stood to lose their cars, their homes, their livelihoods, because they took a stand against pornography. And we won that lawsuit, thank God. But it's not...
And the judge threw it out? Did they throw it out?
Yeah. Well, we went to trial. We won the lawsuit. The thing was thrown out. They were trying to get... They proved that we were costing each establishment of theirs in town, which they had about 10, we were costing every one of them over $10,000 a night by being in front of them, not even talking to anyone, just praying.
Congratulations.
But revival, I'm so hungry for revival. But revival's not when the porn shops get shut down.
No, sir.
Revival's not when the abortionists get run out of town. Revival's not when the taverns close down. Revival's not when the sinners run to the altar. Revival's when the church runs to the altar. When the church heads back to the altar and cries out, give us a move of God lest we die, then we're going to see the mighty hand of God move, the heavens rend, and God come down and manifest Himself in the midst.
But what brings that then, gentlemen?
Repent.
You have to come to a state of knowing that you're backslidden. That's what the church doesn't know. Knowledge first. Look inside and say, hey, I don't have peace, I don't have joy, I don't have victory, I don't have anointing, I can't set people free, I can't give my testimony. Many Christians in this country can't even give their own testimony. So see what's wrong inside them first, and then ask forgiveness for it. You know, Daniel's one of the greatest prayers in the Bible. He repented for the nation and for himself and began to cry out to God. And when he did, God says, I'm going to answer.